G'day, g'day, Mathematical KM, initials not a title, Keith Malumbi. Bot number 2, Pseudo Austrian Bot Battles. Here we go, it's Maxim 1000. And we're still saying with the Pseudo Hippo. Okay, interesting and different. These bots are really throwing it at us. Solomon's course has us mostly keeping enough defense on f5 and quite specifically not moving that bishop, not moving that knight. On the other hand, so as to keep this bishop as one of the pieces that's going there. On the other hand, that would be bad. It could be pinned and taken by a pawn, or horrible. We are hoping to play c5. I'm going to knight to d7 was best. Okay, but c6 is good, and our Charlie pawn is halfway to where he was intending to go. And for now, he actually does a good job at keeping that knight out. Right. Well, back into the... It may be that it's not until we get to higher-rated bots that the bad guys start playing the Austrian attack in its full glory. But on the other hand, people can do what they're doing. And how do we handle it? And gee, Maria threw the H pawn. Maxim's throwing Harry and Harry. The question is, do we play a5 or not? The weakened square is currently covered. Decisions. We could pin the knight with the queen. I am going to go with a5. They like b6 more. Interesting. They certainly don't have enough firepower to support the f5 push right at the moment. Which is saying that I kind of like the look of d5, which is well supported. It was best. There you go. Now he would have 1, 2 supporters. if he were to play it. And we've got 3 defenders, so he cannot play that push right now. So do we castle and then explode? The middle, not on ourselves. He's got, that would be inviting that knight in if we were to take him. I think so. B times d4 was best. Check your bishops. Always check your hippo bishops, even if you're only in a pseudo hippo. Wow. I want to see what I... Well, dang it. It's one of the central pawns, and it's free. Check your bishops. Okay, I salute you, Maxim, but we are going to cheat and go down the path we should have. Okay, that is interesting. Thoughts? Other thoughts? If we take the 2 pieces defending, bring his take back with the knight or with the queen. We've got essentially a bit of a French bishop, if that's a term for a bishop which is fenced in. What is under threat? Our dark bishop's not under threat. He can't play the f5 push. The knight is supporting... We've got 2 knights supporting what would become the base of our pawn chain. In Palm Beach Chess's French course, one of the little tricks I have for getting rid of the French bishop is using a knight here, bishop there, lined up on the bishop, and swapping those bishops off. We might try that plan. Was given as excellent, so I wonder if he's trying to think about infiltrating down the other way. Well, we'll see. Knight to a6. The knight there was best. Oh well. Still -1.5. And we've gotten rid of the wrong bishop. That is a hanging pawn that comes with check if it's a knight that does it. I can get this knight. He's threatening my... What did Sauron do? What did Voldemort do? Always check. Threatening that dark bishop. Okay. Could swap it off, but if he takes with a pawn, then that nice little outpost is no longer there and not good. I am thinking that sometimes it was best. Hey. Discretion is the better part of valor. Let's come flying in. Getting another best. Of course, you don't know this when you're playing a over-the-board classical. And you got to check it. Check. Is greed good? Is actually not a bad place for the knight and it can come flying back. But look for better. The original plan was very much assuming that the rook would shift and that we'd win the pawn. The rook did not shift. Let's go up the exchange. Reevaluate. But the new evaluation, we've got two rooks, they don't. I am thinking it would be nice to... We've still got all 8 pawns. Not for long. Let's try and get a path to open this game up for our rooks. Yes, you've got a rook and a queen coming at Desmond. He's got Charlie and Eddie. Doesn't need the queen. I think very much. Castling will be good. Yes, I agree. But for now, well, that comes with check. That's interesting. I think right now we'll do that. That's good. Shouldn't really be checking that sort of thing. And we are trying to mobilize. Thinking about bishop here, working on the base of the pawn chain. We've got knight out. It might actually, if it induces that wild pawn move in front of the king, maybe so much the better. I think we'll play it. It was an inaccuracy, but it certainly brought out that move that we were hoping to see. Now, the only question is, do we come back? Or do we get on the rim, threatening La Queen? And that's no good there. I think we come back, and it was best. Now, let's start to organize. I suspect gonna be a bit of fighting for you, young pawn. We can have bishop, rook. That's 2. He's got 2. And pawn forward at the right moment. And then if he just comes forward, we take with a pawn. I think that's kind of okay. What happens if he comes forward with this pawn right now, if I've gone there? I guess we come back. I think this makes more sense. Obviously not. Rook to b4, the rook lift. It's part of my plan. They wanted that first. They're getting it second. Not one. We don't want that. This is best. I've got 2 rooks on you. You've got 1, 2. There's no way you're going to be taking with the queen if it's coming in third. Now there's bishop. But with your king, that pawn is pinned. Let's go pawn. Let's take. What did we just lose? Oh, a pawn. Okay, yep, fine. Don't look at the evil bar. It's almost cheating. Let's... Don't like certain combinations which are on the cards. That pawn's very well defended. I think I'll threaten his other pawn and make it easy to bring my queen in and have a little bit more... Hang on. It's also check. That's not a bad idea, though. Another way of getting another piece would be rook forward, queen behind. Okay. And let's see if you have enough defense to deal with this. Oh, you're giving yourself the... But bringing that there, how much help is that? Which rook goes first? Best. Then this rook. Don't want to get back spanked. Oh no, the bishop could block there, but... Knight here. This is the thinking bit. Sorry about the little bit of blank air. Obviously, a fairly important point. Strangely, that king I mean, it's certainly a heck of a fork anyway. It's also protecting down here. But that check is close to more than being just a fork. I'm thinking I like it. It was best. There you go. Okay. Don't want any more checks. Not really using the bishop. The bishop can block. It's protected by the knight and the queen. And there are no checks that make any sense. Okay. Let's see. He came flying in there. Do we want this check? He'll end up there. The rook will come. Or the knight. If the knight comes... No, because... Oh, the knight here. Yes, I think I like this. We follow up with this check. Then this one. And we're in. Okay, so I think that Maxim didn't last quite as long as Maria, but it was quite an interesting game. And instead of the what could be perceived as the more normal Pseudo Austrian pushing forward there with the pawn push, he's thrown Ari, the A pawn, at us. I'll hit review. And Gotham Chess Coach is going to have a quick look at our game. Let's get me out of the way. Let's have a look. Come on, Gotham. How's our accuracy? Oh, it's a bit sad that we're taking too long and thinking about it. What skip to content is? Anything to do with this? I'll flick it back. Turn it off, turn it on again. We might have to go without it and have a little manual look with the eval bar and moving the moves. That was already interesting. What was best at this point? Computer lights, night. Okay, C6 was good, but knight to D7 was better. But for all of our standard plan and ideas, that was no good. But C6 was given as excellent compared to the knight D7. All right, that was Maxim, and we're going to try and get through these bots, and be interesting to see if they start becoming less weird's the wrong thing to say, but as their eval goes up. But thank you, Maxim 1000.